Hello, it's Tuesday 27th, and this is episode number 12, although it should be episode number 27. But obviously, I failed in the mission to do a diary every day. Now, for those of you who watched the previous episode, which was last Thursday, the day after the Panto, which didn't go well, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it. See what happened. I was in a real bad place. During the course of the last week, I've slowly felt myself improve in mood, I think. I've noticed that I've had more things going on, you know, whether it's work-wise or I've been interested in stuff that I've been watching on YouTube, stuff like that. I've occupied myself, I think. That's probably the key. I've also been out a few times, you know, went out for coffee with my wife and had a breakfast out on Saturday morning, you know, been shopping a couple of times, things like that. I'm not saying that the anxiety's not there, because it is, and today in particular, I have felt really edgy this morning. I've had meetings for the last 2 days, so yesterday I had a meeting with 2 guys for a website that I'm due to build for them, and today I had a website with a guy that I'm sort of partnering in with a website that we've set up last year. This morning I just felt edgy for some reason. I don't know what it was. It weren't too bad until he left. Whether I'd been really tense while he was here, I don't know, because I didn't feel uncomfortable while he was here, but it was like 10-15 minutes after. So I think it's like I'm really tense when people are here, when I'm in those situations, and when they go and I release that tension and just almost like it's that relief. I don't know, it's that change in the physical feelings, probably, maybe drop my shoulders or whatever, you know, and you just tend to relax, and it's that change. I think I get so used to sitting tense or walking around places tense, and what I've noticed every so often during the last few days, you know, when I've gone to make a drink or something like that, while I'm standing waiting for the kettle, I'll actually consciously drop my shoulders and sort of just, you know, try and relax myself physically. You know, take note of the breathing. Am I breathing properly? Shallow, you know, trying not to check physical symptoms too much, like feeling the heart rate and things like that, and not thinking too much about it. Just making sure that every now and again I check myself to relax. Just let the tense hold go, because that gives me a lot of issues. So, well, a couple of times that we have been shopping this week, they've not been too bad at all. One of the times that we went, I was absolutely fine, even in the queue, which wasn't too big. It was just that, you know, I was absolutely fine there. But I was doing this weird thing. I do a lot of weird things. But the one thing that I was doing was just, rather than... Let me start this point again, because this is actually, I think, quite interesting, and it has worked for me. But that's not saying that it will always work. But something that I notice with myself is that I may be focusing or looking at things when we're out shopping or whatever we're doing. Even if I'm sitting talking to somebody, my eyes are looking at something, but my head is not paying any attention to what it is that I'm looking at. Because everything's going on in here. So, like, my eyes are just the front. My eyes are just what people think I am focusing on. But really, vision just goes out of the window, really. It's irrelevant to what I'm looking at, because I'm using my mind's eye, shall we say. So, what I've been doing the last couple of times that we've been out is actually really paying attention to everything that I'm looking at. So I don't know why, but tea bags have just come into my head. But I know that in the supermarket that we use, you walk through the door and there's like coffee and tea bags on your left, and that's, you know, that's where it started for me. We went in there and I paid full attention to everything, like noticing the colours and the packaging on things. And that may sound really odd. It's just that I know for a fact that when I usually walk in there, I might look at the stuff, and even if we need tea bags, I like tea, what can I say? But if we need tea bags, like, I won't really look at the stuff. I'll just notice that it's there, pick it up, put it in, and I'm back in here. Whereas the last couple of times I've really been paying attention, you know, not just looking at the stuff that we need, but looking elsewhere and noticing colours, vivid colours, and what's here and how much this is and stuff like that, and just trying to occupy my eyes, or take what my eyes are seeing and actually processing it, rather than just processing whatever's going on in here, and my eyes are just, I don't know, stopping me from bumping into things, because that's kind of all I pretty much use them for. So that's something that I've found really, really useful, is actually paying full attention to what my eyes are showing me, rather than paying full attention to what's going on in here. And that kind of worked. So that's my tip for episode number 12, is to try and actually acknowledge what your eyes are showing you. So I don't really know whether that's going to make any sense to people out there, but it's something that I've been doing, and it's something that I've found quite useful. Like I said, today has been a bit of an iffy day. To explain how I felt, almost like, I don't know, it's almost like a pressure building. That's probably a good way to explain it, the way that I feel. It starts off with a little bit of pressure, and then it just gradually builds and builds, and it's like, not a pressure of pressure, like I feel like my head's expanding, although I have felt like that before, which may sound weird, but it's almost like a pressure building inside, getting more tense and just feeling more tense, I guess. That's probably what it is. It's a tension issue. That's how it's been. What is it now? It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the Tuesday, and I kind of feel like I've relaxed a little more. I know something that's really helped is that my daughter's panto has finished for the year. She did it for 2 weeks, and every other night we were having to drive to the panto location. Sometimes we'd wait there till she was done and then we'd bring her home, but we'd sit in the car. That finished on Saturday, so I know that I haven't got to do that of an evening for this week. So whether it's just, you know, a false sort of, I don't know, whether I'm not having to do these things in that evening, whether that was something that was playing on my mind during that time, I don't know. But now that I know that I haven't got to, I almost feel like I can get the day done with work, and then at the evening I know that I can relax and I haven't really got to go anywhere apart from pick her up from school. But that's no biggie. It's something that I guess down the path of exposure therapy is something that I've become so conditioned to. It's just that I can do it. Even when I feel horrendous, I can still go and do the school run. It's because I know that I can do it, sort of thing, which leads me to the point of, you know, exposure therapy and how important it is. So it's something that, although I've been getting out and going to the supermarket and stuff, I've not been doing enough, and I need to start doing it again. But also, I'm really going to put effort into trying to discover what I can do to get myself, you know, onto the right path again, because I still feel like I'm not where I was, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, since kind of the summer holidays last year was pretty much when it all started going downhill again for some reason. Stress and all this kind of stuff, family crap going on, and then the workload, and then it's Christmas, and then it's cold, and that affects me, and, you know. So what I really want to try and focus on, I'm going to write stuff down, I'm going to do journals, I'm going to do videos when I can. I'm going to work, but I'm also going to put myself, you know, ahead of work. I guess I've got to, really. And at the moment, the websites and the work that I've got on is not stressing me out. I'm on top of it. And I feel like I'm completely in control of work. But what I'm not in control of is my own mind, and the way that I feel, and that's something that I'm now going to focus my attention on. maybe I won't put so many videos out and stuff. I know I haven't been, but that's only down to time constraints. But what I know that I can do, I can take out an hour every day to do something. I don't know what, I don't know where. If I can't get out of the house for any particular reason, then I'll do some exercise at home or something like that. I need to put that effort in. I need to do whatever it is and notice when it is that these peaks and these downtimes happen. Because I think it's important to try and notice if there's a pattern. Because if I can notice a pattern, then I can try and eradicate whatever's causing that pattern. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to identify. I guess I will spend the next month trying to identify what is causing these ups and downs, if I can. I don't know. I've had it for that long that it's almost like, is there any rhyme or reason? I don't know. But also going back to the point that I was talking about initially, was the focusing on things with your eyes when you're out and about or when you're at home. If you feel anxiety coming on, then just switch your attention from here to these. Use your eyes, look at things, I don't know, read labels on whatever. Look at what you're doing and focus and notice things like colours. That's really helped me. I don't know if I sound like I'm losing the plot. I don't know. But to finish, the Kickstarter project has reached its target, which is fantastic, with 5 days left as well. So just a point, if we go over the target, which it already has slightly, but Kickstarter do take a percentage, but anything that goes over will go back directly into Anxiety United, whether it's on software updates, things like that, or improvements. There are things that I can do. There's plenty of stuff that can be improved and updated, and you know, things to speed the site up as well. That's something that bothers me, is that the website's a bit slow, but that's because of the hosting platform that it's on. You know, with a little bit extra, I can actually move it and actually pay a little more for the hosting that I already pay. So don't worry, the money won't, if we do go over, it won't go in my pocket and on fags. No, I've got a separate budget for that. Take it easy, guys. Thank you for staying tuned. We're almost at 200 subscribers as well here on YouTube. I was thinking of shipping the video diary to the website, because I don't know whether people want to watch it on YouTube or they'd rather watch it on the website, so I don't know. If I do it on both, everyone's a winner. You know what I mean? Sweet. Laters.